Wednesday marked the 89th year since a gas explosion killed hundreds at the New London School. It's our topic of our Mark in Texas History with Mark Skirta.
It was an explosion remembered today, and one which changed the way we live. The New London explosion is the deadliest school disaster in our nation's history, killing 311 students and teachers. It was blamed on a natural gas leak beneath the building.
I was looking across there at the school and thinking that those kids were coming in, they were laughing, they were playing, they were getting excited about the county meet, the day off, and then the next day they were gone. The attention is getting even now through the news media, through our website.
Within weeks of the disaster, the Texas legislature passed a law requiring an odor be added to natural gas.
A lot of things changed after the school explosion. The putting in of the malodorant so that you could smell natural gas. Natural gas by itself has no odor. There were a lot of architectural changes that were made. Some of the people at the museum have gone and talked to the National Architectural Association. There were a lot of laws that changed because of what took place.
A museum memorializing the tragedy is located on Main Street in New London. It is open Monday through Saturday. And in the middle of the road is the historical marker, which was erected in 1989. Behind that is a cenotaph commemorating the victims of the explosion. It has the names of every victim on it. I'm Mark Skirta, and this has been a Mark in Texas History.
The event is the third deadliest disaster in the history of Texas after the 1900 Galveston hurricane and the 1947 Texas City disaster. If you want to see the historical marker, it's located at 690 Main Street in Overton.